Okay. Just cheating. Thank you, SiriBot, or TTS. Who cannot pronounce anything. All right. I think this guy. What's that about? This over card tag. Are you hungry? Want some food, baby? What the heck? Let's go with 3. Knock you down. Oh, come on. Oh, shit. We might get disconnected. Gotta kill the VPN. Dang it. Ah, get out of here. Stupid bees. Alright, let's put in another. Put you guys a microphone out here. clip. I'm going to say there's something wrong with that microphone. It doesn't like being right there. what's wrong with the wireless. All right, I guess we won't use wireless, Mike.
just me, Crystal says. Excuse?
Excuse?
You streamed earlier, sir.
Oh, because I'm just going to do kind of just a bit of IRL stuff. I'm out camping now. I'm attempting to... I'm going to put up the tent. That's what I'm doing now. So... But I appreciate you coming back by. And please don't feel like you need to stay here. I'm just going to let the camera roll until it dies. We got recharged. So I didn't have any luck earlier finding a spot, so I found a place that's even more remote. Except for the freaking car horn earlier.
Crystal said, it is very calm out there.
Yeah, it's definitely very calm. People will have to deal with the TTS. I don't know if you can hear the TTS.
Seems like a good spot to me.
Can you hear the TTS? You know what? I can put my earpiece back in.
Yes.
I put my earpiece in. That was definitely a car horn. What? So there was like a road down below me that's cut off or is gated off, and they must be staying down that way or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Definitely hear at least a couple of people, if not more. That's for sure. And it is 10 p.m. quiet hours in all national forests. Pretty much on all federal lands, it's a regulation. 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. I think it should be like 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. But I couldn't find anything really that great, but as far as like space, but this will do. I'll put the tent wrong way. Why are you going up? I'll put the tent to the right of the truck. I covered the car tag so nobody could see it, but I'll put the tent to the right. And hey, if something happens, it's an easy escape route right at the truck. Lady's inside the truck. I think she heard the people and they made her upset. But it's a beautiful, beautiful area. I just wish we didn't have all this flipping smoke and stuff. Like, it's crazy. I don't smell any smoke, so I don't know. Maybe it's some low-lying clouds. I don't know. Shoot. Hey, Siri. No, she don't listen to me. I definitely went up a couple thousand feet in elevation. It is, 5,110 feet. It keeps going back and forth between 10 and 20. Yeah, like I said, I don't smell smoke, but it's kind of sad because we're not going to have a sunset maybe. But it's really pretty. I went down this road a little ways and it just started getting worse and worse. So I turned around and I was like, this is my worst case scenario. I'll come out here and set up the tent, which I should be doing. I'm an old man when it comes to sleep. I can stay up, but it's not something I like my sleep. One thing I did forget to bring was duct tape. There's a tear in the side of the tent. I did have healthy snacks. I had some. I went back to town. I stopped at Dollar Store, got some jerky. They're like some little sausage things. That's pretty good. Beef. And then I do have like Nor packs as well. And I bought some peanut butter and tortillas because I tend to be lazy. I can just eat peanut butter on a tortilla. Checked around, didn't see any scary tracks. No bears. Nothing like that. Do you want to come out now? Come on. No? It's got really good ground. Not very level. But I like to sleep up a little bit anyway. She does not want to come outside. Guess those people got to her. She's like me. She's selective about her people. Get along with almost anyone, but try not to. Okay. Yeah. That's what sucks about being in the woods. No restroom. So, those people were just ridiculous. Had me going on, drove all that way. Sure, there were like, I think 3 spots total. I was like, really? I thought it was all public related. Yes, it is. Oh yeah, I forgot I gotta talk louder because the wireless microphone quit. Or it didn't quit, it had some crazy noise going on to it. Hopefully you guys cool down a little bit. Crystal, I know it's. I need to get that thermometer. Lady, I'm gonna have to close these doors, baby. I'm gonna have to go outside. Not too bad. These squirrels are not too happy with her presence. Lady, you should come out. Thank you. Did I? I did. What an idiot. Intent's the wrong way. Jeez. And I'm sure high humidity, where 33%. Not too bad. I'm a little hot, but I also just had an adult bedroom, so that's gonna make temp go up. This has been a really good tent. It came from Walmart. A Mountain Smith. Had it, geez, since like 20, maybe 16, possibly earlier. She's been dependable until I ripped her. Literally, like, put my hand in there. Okay, let me try to use my headset. Like I said, I had the wireless on earlier, but they were making some horrible sounds. Out. Okay, yeah, I appreciate it. Why is this not showing up as a microphone? Well, I'll swap it to front. Oh, be quiet, bitrate. All I did is swap the camera. I mean the microphone. Maybe the front facing will be a little bit better. Is the front facing microphone a little better? Or it could not be going at all. About the same, okay. Not supposed to have any bad weather, so I'm not going to really worry about tying this guy down. You know, it'd be really nice if Twitch had a staging platform. I know you can test your bandwidth, but that's not the only thing you need to test. And when you're on IRL, on mobile, it's flipping hard to do a sound check. And probably the only way I can fix those, yeah, so like a staging is just a temporary place you go into where you could like look at the stream. Like they need something like that because it's, so you can go in and you can test your bandwidth, but you can't test your sound. And so the only reason I knew the sound was bad is because I used my own phone. Yeah, because, you know, if you don't have two devices, you can't test anything. But if you could go into staging first, like I would know, oh, the microphone's screwed up. I need to restart my phone. Or restart the program. I mean, I guess I could technically do that. It would reconnect. But I think I gave everyone enough stress earlier with my disconnects. You little assholes with your glass. All right. You know, that's one thing I can't understand is the people that will leave their blinds or their windows wide open with lights on at night. That's like some of the craziest. Yeah, so we cannot really see anything. Maybe there's a clearing down here. It's just the flipping thought of like people staring at you. It's like, no. There has to be a clearing. And there's not. Oh, that sucks. I don't know if you can see there's a lake down at the bottom. And I don't think I can go up that hill without carrying my backpack and the satellite. Because there's, let's see. Where do I see that at? Oh, I do actually have a little bit of cell phone service. It's crazy. She's looking for squirrels. My little terror. Luckily, we don't have any squirrels. Where I live, anyway, but there's plenty out here. Yeah, I'll just have to go down this road tomorrow. And I think this is like a snowmobile place by winter. So it's closed off right now. Because it says... Oh, maybe it's not a snowmobile place. No snowmobiles. There's a sign up there that just has like no ATVs. Huh. It makes me wonder what's up top. Lady, don't pee on... Right, yeah, I can walk it. So I'll probably walk it tomorrow. I thought about walking it today, but nah. It's already 6 o'clock. But it's definitely pretty views if we could like see down there. For which I brought my lazy man's chair. I decided if I'm going to come out here, plus I have a vehicle, why not bring the good chair? Now it says the temperature is 75. But you was in the truck, so that makes sense. Heck no. Want some food? The only thing I worry about is the mosquitoes. I don't have the beer, but I do have some Monster the Beast. Not on ice, but they're still chill. I was going to grab the cooler before I left the house, but my brain was thinking other things. Need some food, baby? I think I've only been camping with Lady Midnight once. And that was on a job when I had that job last summer diving. Wonderful job, wonderful money. It's a shame it went away. And it like worked well with my back, you know what I mean? So it's sad, but it's about my luck. The good things only last for like a very limited amount of time. Not that this is not a good thing. I mean, I shouldn't complain. I have a good life. There is a guy on YouTube, or he has a YouTube channel. So I guess he's not a YouTube guy, but he was homeless in California, and then eventually got a crappy RV, and then he started his YouTube channel. Come here, baby girl. Want to come in the camera so people can see you? No? Okay. You want to eat? No? Come here. You want to go eat? Maybe? Maybe not. Anyway, the guy on YouTube, so he got a pretty junky RV, and then he started like this YouTube channel. He started getting into solar, started doing YouTube videos. Yeah, it's pretty amazing, isn't it? But the guy on YouTube, you know, he was homeless. He was homeless because he had a disability. We won't even get into all that. We're trying to be nice. But I have a lot to say about this country. Anyway, so he started the YouTube channel. It grew. Then he was able to get like a big RV. And then he was able to buy a house. And was able to buy his mom a house and his... Why are my legs so dirty? Sorry, rabbit trail, but holy crap, it's dusty. Yeah, so like he was able to get his mom a house, his sister a house, and he's made lots of money, and he's not, you know, forgotten where he came from. And so, yeah, it's out there. So she's going to, I think she'll eat some grass, maybe. That's what's on dinner for her. She says, uh-oh. We dropped. Must have been maybe temporary. Must have been maybe temporary. What the flip? What the flip? Is that thing sideways? Is that thing sideways? What the crap? Oh, good Lord. What is wrong with this thing? This stupid thing. I don't even know how to... What the crap is going on here? Get your butt back up where you're supposed to be. Yeah. What the flip, man? Okay. She don't want to be on camera, does she? We'll force her. Okay. So that night stream I did a couple, 3 weeks back, Crystal, that's like that thing was being ridiculous. It was going like going. It's on a gimbal, and it's not supposed to be on tracking, but where'd I put my tree? In my pocket. And I think all the animals are here. We saw like a gazillion squirrels, chipmunks, birds. When I first started, the woodpeckers were going crazy. So maybe we'll have a deer or two. I do have my bear spray, just in case. Yeah, Miss Roadrunner, the temperature is 75. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't get a good view of what's down there. Um, I drove down the road, but it's the rocks started getting really big, and I didn't want to drive my friend's truck down there. But there's a nice, beautiful lake down at the bottom. And if we didn't have all this overcast, we might actually have a pretty sunset. But I don't think we're going to get that tonight. That was the sound of opening my drink. Some crazy animal in the woods is coming to kill us. I was hearing car doors earlier and a car horn. There's literally a hand. Yes, the Yetis. The Yetis come to get us. But yeah, the people. Someone's down that way, and they beeped their horn. I was like, "What the flip?" So far, knock on wood, no mosquitoes are bothering me, even though I think I see mosquitoes all in there. Oh, guaranteed. That's so it's kind of a catch-22. It's nice where I live because we still have the trees. We just don't have like the green grass and stuff. Everything's getting brown or whatever. Um, but we also don't have mosquitoes. And I think I may have had like 4 ticks. Ooh, there's a mosquito on lady. You keep them away from me, lady. Get all that hair to guard your skin. Oh, lovely. I lived in a city that did that. Oh, I hated it. I was like, yeah, we're all gonna die. Breathe that crap in. You'd hear in the evenings, the spray trucks would come through. And the worst thing would be when you're walking your dog. Yeah, that's for sure. But when I was at a campground uh, last year in Cusick, Washington, and the guy there that was spraying the place, Lady Midnight, do not do it. Do not do it. Leave the animals alone. Where's your obedience tool? Lady, we're not here to harass the wildlife. And I lost her. Crap. Yes, she is a dog, and crap, I lost the controller. I'm going to send her a little beat. There it is. Get over here. Don't harass the wildlife. Crazy girl. It's crazy too. Like in the car, if we see a cow or a horse, she goes crazy. But if we're out walking, I guess you can tell what size they are. She has a different tune. She don't she don't bark. She don't do anything. Lady, don't be chasing the wildlife. She has, like 3 years ago, she killed 3 chipmunks. No, you don't, Mr. Mosquito. Looks like I'm gonna have to spray. I was hoping I wouldn't have to. It didn't bite me, thankfully, but I forgot to bring the natural stuff, so all I have is that nasty beet. But in Lady's defense, the chipmunks would tease her. It literally, like, the tree would be right there, and they'd come down the tree, and they'd just sit there and try to get her to come get them. And she did. And they didn't live. So did you guys hear about I think it was 2 Forest Service employees that got kidnapped in, I think it was California? And the locals were trying to say they probably came up on a marijuana grow. But it's kind of scary. I think, like, I only had one run in. Yeah, I think it was Northern Cali. The run in I had was, so the guy I was working with, my partner and I, someone had reported gunshots, and we were in a no shooting zone. And we went out to check, and some guy had removed a barricade and went camping. And then he was in front of his like 10-year-old son. He's like, "You're lucky you announced yourself, or I would have shot and killed you." Well, yeah, very good way to raise your kid. I mean, the guy, like, we literally wore reflective vests that had forestry on it. So it's not like the guy didn't know who we were walking up. That's why we had them. A little extra safety. These people are crazy. I think you're right. Yeah, it was. Probably the father and son from Arizona that did it. Or that said that stupidness. But you definitely have to be a little more careful in Arizona. Too many people go up to the mountains packing guns. Was there a movie about that? It seemed like there was some type of movie. I don't know if it was Forest Service or what. '70s was just a hop skip before my time, though. So that's why I was thinking there might have been a movie, because it Sounds familiar. Do you remember the name of the movie? Have to check it out. I was actually in like two movies as an extra. Do you even remember the name of the movies? Leave No Trace. It sounds familiar, but I don't think I watched it. I'll have to text myself. Yeah, a lady was from Canada was telling me a couple days ago that she knew a vet that was having trouble, and they tried to get help, and we're like, "Oh, have you thought about suicide or like physician-assisted suicide?" I'm like, "Really?" And the thing about mental illness is we're all like mentally ill to some extent. You know, it's just like how much at the time. But we all have issues, and you know, it's even like with some of the homeless that have issues, and not every homeless person has mental issues, but I can tell you, it. If I didn't have people in my life, oh, there were times I probably would have lost my mind. So like, you know, your circumstances can cause severe issues. It's just sad we still treat people the way we do instead of trying to help each other. But on the flip side, like even speaking of the military, when I was in, man, there were guys that were coming to the end of their contract, and they knew if like PTSD, for example, was an easy like 10% disability. And I'd hear them talking to their caseworker, and I'm just like, really, dude, saying all this stuff? Like I literally am around you all the time. So you do have people that kind of take advantage of the situation, but at the same time, even just the way the VA does their healthcare is still whack to this day. I've been, I think I went to the VA twice, and it just told me like, nah, never go. And then you sit there and you wait and wait and wait. I'm thinking, like, aren't some of these people probably pretty sick? You're just ignoring them. It, it is. She's something else. She, she, she's not crazy about eating. She'll probably eat that. Well, no, she's not going to get to have it tonight because that'll stay in the truck. I guess she'll just be hungry. You gotta eat, lady. You gotta build your muscles up. She does. She's funny about how much she eats, and she's a ball of energy. Which just makes me think that the feeding guidelines they have for dogs are probably way off. Right? Well, my other dog, Maximus, I know you probably saw the white fluffy dog. Like, when I got him, if she didn't finish her food, if you weren't watching him, he'd surely finish it. So most of the time, what I would do is, like, I would give him half of his food and give her half of her food, so he'd get one serving. That way, when he stole her food, he thought he was getting something, but wasn't. Now, when it comes to treats, I can't believe she didn't even respond to that. But when it comes to treats, she's gonna totally get excited. Oh, that's no good. Hopefully, you guys can get some rain to fall. Well, we need it too. But how the sky looks now is how it was looking yesterday north of Spokane. That's literally all it does for us. Um, we had a little bit of rain the other day. The only thing it was good for was the clouds kind of cooled it off. But, I mean, didn't even wet the ground. I do. I that's one thing I was planning on doing tonight was looking at the Colville area here. So when you go up this way on this little road here, not the road, there's a road that you can't see on the other side here. But when you go up here, there's a little stretch up there that's got granite. I thought that was pretty interesting. So you definitely have like a contact zone right here. So I need to just walk down the road and see what I see. Maybe see some red. Should have brought my metal detector. Yeah, that translate bot. Yeah, it does some pretty interesting translations for no reason. Like Twitch has the laugh emote that's like LUL, and if you put LUL, it translates it. It's ridiculous. Just don't go chase it, please. Okay. I did. Uh, so I'm actually closer to that Cholula, or however you say it, uh, here than I was on that other road we were at. And funny thing was, I remember reading like if you go towards 49 North or whatever, the um, ski hill, there's supposed to be a lot of dispersed camping. So I was like, oh, I'll go this way. I was like, it'd be really cool to get up on that mountain. Sure enough, that was the mountain I ended up on. It just there really isn't a lot of dispersed camping from what I've seen so far. You definitely have to do tent camping. Wouldn't be a lot of RV camping. Okay. Yeah, I saw online too that I think a lot of them charge now. They used to be free, but it's not bad. It's like $6, $8 a night. There used to be a lot of free campgrounds around here. Lady Midnight. Lady, be nice. Don't make me push the beeper. Yeah. Well, so like I can't remember. It was like the Dirt or something. Might have been Campinian or the Dirt one, and it said they were free. And I went to the U.S. Forest Service website and I was like, nope, not free anymore. But I have an access pass, so I could get 50% off of it anyway. So the first thing she'll do when we wake in the morning, she's going to chase after those guys. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I know in Arizona where I was, they used to let people have water for free, and now I think the guy said they charge it was either like $5 or $7. But at the same time, I can't blame them. You know, it's not like our forests around here or even in Oregon. Arizona, you got all those people from the Phoenix Valley that head up north through the mountains, and they've got a lot of maintenance. They go through a lot of water pumps too. Yep. Doesn't really cost that much at all, even if you're paying for it. Yeah, it should. Lady Midnight. Come on. No murdering the animals. Lady Midnight, come on. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, she is. She definitely got that hunting instinct. And I'm not too sure what she actually is. I've seen some Portuguese water dogs. She kind of looks like one of those. Yeah, you got those guys upset. Right. They used to be good water dogs. She loves the water. It is. And all for what? You know? Just them trying to get in the perfect dog. And the irony is, like, oftentimes genetically, a mutt, is usually, they face less, like, inherited diseases, you know, like labs in their hips or things like that. So, yeah, I want to see, like, I'll look tonight, try to look better and see where I'm at. And maybe there's a better road or, like, lady, don't do it. Because I wouldn't doubt this road probably goes down there towards it. Lady, the flies are eating your food. Thankfully. If I give her a chance, she'll be gone. I am. Yep. On the other side of the truck. I thought, you know what? So there's obviously not like a lot of space here. And it's on a little bit of a hill, but I like to sleep a little bit up anyway to keep the acid down. And I was like, you know, if I have to escape because of a bear, it's a pretty good escape. But I've never, yeah, I'd actually be more worried about a cougar than a bear. Never had any trouble out of bears, but you never know. I'm a lot more careful, especially in the spring when they come out of hibernation. No, thank you for camping. I mean, I'll still camp in the spring, but if it's a high populated bear area, no. Two years ago, I had a bear. I was cooking on my stove outside. I was cooking some chicken, and all of a sudden, this bear was like 15 feet, literally. The dogs were we do, but luckily most of them are on the east side, closer towards like the Pend Oreille River. But they do have an occasional, they say like people's trail cams. There are a lot of black bears. Lady. And most of the time, it's because of people that we have no trouble. These campers, they just leave all this food. We stopped at one campsite, and they had 2 bags, like kitchen garbage bags worth of meat they left behind. You know, that's one animal I've never seen was a cougar in the wild. I mean, obviously at a zoo or something, but never in the wild. But yeah, it's like people like that. It's like, first of all, you've got people all around. You're done camping. Why the flip are you going to waste literally 2 garbage bags full of good meat that hasn't even been cooked? But then to leave them alone in the national forest for the bears and the cougars and stuff. And then they wonder why they're camping and a bear comes knocking on their tent. They had a camp post in the forest where I was at in Arizona. She started feeding one of the bears, and it came in like she had a tent or something out, and that was before they required the hosts to be in an RV or whatever. She flipping complained that the bear tore her tent up, and it's like, you idiot. What do you think's going to happen when you feed them? But she got what she deserved. But the one that suffers is going to be the bear, though. You know, because, yeah, depending, you know, how many times that bear's gotten in trouble is, and the offense. You know, if it's just a nuisance bear, they usually just relocate them. But if it is a little bit dangerous, they have to put them down. They did or didn't? I didn't. I got TTS going, so she talks in my ear. They didn't. Okay. Well, that thing didn't deserve to die. Last year, I've got it on camera. We were in Yellowstone, just like people say, and signs like at the fence. Do not approach the buffalo or whatever, bison or buffalo. I don't remember what. I think the sign might say buffalo, but anyway, do not approach them. There's a field full of people out there going to take pictures, and I'm like, I'm going to take your picture that way people can see when you die. See, yeah, the people are stupid. But literally, there were a ton of people out there with the buffalo, and I'm like, you are stupid people. You're in the wide open with an animal that will probably outrun you. I am, right? They were out in the field. That's what was so stupid about it. Like, really? You guys have nowhere to go. But I am looking forward to tomorrow exploring a little bit of this area. Seen a lot of wildflowers I've never seen before. I like how she went there. She went back there and got off camera again. It's like really? Oh, neat. I don't like licorice, but that's kind of cool. I'm assuming they like make a lot of teas out of it and stuff. And you know, honestly, like making it in a tea, if it were like a mixed tea, it probably wouldn't have that bad of a flavor. Have you ever had pine needle tea? And I'm not sure. I don't think you can drink white pine, like the smaller pine needles. I think those are dangerous. But yeah, the pine tea's not that bad. It's got an interesting flavor. trees around my friend's property are looking pretty scary, actually. Yes. I've got some sap pieces that I saved for like fire starter. Of course, I can't tell you the last time I had a campfire. But this probably is the only place in Washington State, since it's federal land, that you can have fire right now. I think there's only one district. It's like closer to the high desert that you can't have fire, but it is. Well, you know, I was up here maybe not here, but in this forest, maybe 2 weeks ago, and it was just soaking wet everywhere. Like, and then to see how dry it is now in about 2 weeks' time, that's insane. Well, that's the problem. Excuse me. Last year, we got 104% of the rain we needed, or moisture rather, but it was supposed to be in the form of snow. So we basically didn't get any snow melt this year, or this last season rather. And I think they can get sometimes like 3 to 4 feet at a time. A lot of the Spokane River is crazy low. I know 3 of the dams close to me, are just basically running at the lowest capacity they could do. Yeah, it's pretty crazy dry. So I'm about maybe 25 minutes drive from Spokane. So I'm like north of Spokane. Yeah, definitely. And they supposedly had a crap ton of rain here, but I mean, you could tell like how dry it is now. I had a friend from Arizona was like, I don't know, a few weeks ago when it rained so much up here, he was like, "Oh, I thought you guys had a lot of rain," and I'm like, "Not in the Spokane area." I was like, "It hit up in the Colville National Forest area, but." And you can tell, like, when you go towards Idaho on the other side of the forest, like over there, it's crazy dry as soon as you get down from the mountain. Jeez. crazy. That reminds me of there was a place I used to camp near a dam, and the dam, uh, I guess they had like during spawning season, like they just didn't get the rain they needed, and so up in one of the channels, like it usually if it's not rainy, it's fairly dry, and there's like a big pool of water, just a crap ton of fish in that channel. And I forgot all about it. And I was like, that's the place to go fishing. Just you could net a crap ton of fish. It was amazing when we were there, but I felt bad because they were all going to die. I don't know how they didn't die to begin with. Right? That's why I was like, this will be my worst case scenario. I'll come here and camp, and so the road is literally just right here, like it dead ends. They have it locked, but then there's a road over this bank. So even if they come through, there won't be that many people. At least it's not on the weekend. There's no way. I wanted to do stuff on the weekends, but I went out and every place that has water is just packed. That's for sure. But I would definitely take a house near the water if somebody wanted to give me a lot. No telling how much a riverfront lot costs. Yeah, I bet. That's like, what is it, like Quartzsite in Arizona? I've never been there, but, um, they talk about like the population of Quartzsite outside of the winter season is nothing. Then all of a sudden you have like 200,000 people in the area over winter. bit. Do they have like weird little, like in Arizona, they would have these weird, like side by side parades. I never understood that. Literally a parade with like side by sides. I can't remember if it was like July the 4th or it had to be July the 4th. Yeah, literally a parade, and like the vehicles were side by sides. You'd have like gazillion side by sides. Just they would shut down the highway for this stupid side. I guess so. All right, Crystal. Thank you for stopping by. You have a good night. Sleep well. I know it's late on your side. Hey, Crystal, if you haven't left, is Shannon online? I don't have my account on this phone, so I can't see. I could almost go to sleep myself. Looks like I'll be taking a baby white bath tonight. I know, right? You know, so what ruined me was I had a job and I worked for, it was actually a Chinese company. And I would get up at 1:45, I worked from home, start at 2 a.m. And ever since that job, it has destroyed me. I used to stay up till sometimes 4 or 5 in the morning for no reason at all. Just up. Goodness. I guess we didn't. Jeez, what is this thing doing? Oh, I wonder if the battery died this time. Yep, that's what happened. The battery died. Uh-oh. Well. Dang, that thing's hot. Is that the phone? Yeah. Yeah, the gimbal head, it was on a gimbal. The gimbal died. But it's like, my phone is, or the gimbal rather, is literally on fire. It's crazy. Well, I guess I should end there. Since my gimbal died, I'll have to go charge it. Oh, well. But I was going to say, like, but you stay up pretty late, though, yourself, don't you? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Well, you have a good night, and I guess we're going to get off of here. That was the other reason why I couldn't leave anytime, because I didn't have anyone to water the plants. All right, you two, take care.